Hello and welcome back to It Takes Two.
Yippee.
Well, let's continue. It has been a while since I've played this, so it's going to be good to use this as a moment to relearn the controls.
Yeah, that's fair. I also haven't played this in a bit.
Cody, an old arcade cabinet. Let's try it out.
Did we discover? And a wave?
I don't entirely know.
Oh wait, I found it. I found it. Yippee. Down here.
Oh! All the way up here there's something.
Wait for me. Yippee.
And something I will say is the last time I played this was not a recording video, but that was months ago, and
I had forgotten about
I
that
have some
one.
spoilers
never
for what's
forget
up
it.
ahead, but I do not want to say anything.
Me too.
That's
But
fair.
it's a little bittersweet now.
It still makes me smile.
Oh. I'm glad to hear that.
I have no idea how many dialogue lines I have for this little area.
And we go out with a bang.
It's,
And then down here is the mini game.
oh, you can land on those and activate something. Let's see. Track runner.
Oh, so I'm guessing it's
Interesting.
the race.
Yeah.
Oh, this feels so nostalgic.
Yeah.
You mean like how I'm going to right now?
See you later, man.
I have not done this, so.
That's it.
Holy crap, this is actually kind of difficult.
Okay.
Faster than the wind. Here you go.
I'm not entirely sure using full language will be too bad, just as long as it's minimized.
So close.
Especially with
Yeah,
my
that's
audience
fair.
being at least 20 and older.
That's fair.
That's one of the things I like about YouTube tracking is you can kind of get a general gauge of your audience.
Yeah.
It allows you to better figure out what kind of content you can make to do things for a channel.
Success is a choice. Winning is a habit.
Jeez.
Don't make
What the
bragging
heck was
habits.
That was hard.
It was. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey.
I love how it's a
buddy,
light
over
stick
here.
with legs.
What's up?
Yeah.
Can you let us in?
Sorry, kids. No minors.
Kids? No. We're just small in size. That's all.
Yeah, right. Get out of here, kiddos.
Excuse me, we are adults.
You have some ID?
Oh, no, we left it at home.
That's what they all say.
Yo, glow stick, they're with me.
Dr. Akeem, my bro, they're with you?
Yeah, they're my clients. Come on.
Sorry about that. Welcome to the club. Enjoy the evening.
Whoa.
He's coming through.
Not so cocky anymore, are you? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Jeez.
Yes.
Hmm. I forgot about this. I forgot about this Rainbow Road.
Whoa.
I get the feeling this is going to be an experience.
Fun. Hey, you know, this place
Oh,
reminds me of something else.
holy crap!
Okay.
This is harder than it looks like.
It's a me, Cody.
Not the Mario reference.
Doesn't matter what racing game it is, Rainbow Road is always going to be one of the harder levels, or the harder races.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people who want to argue that, but there's no arguing it, really, because everyone struggles,
Hey, it's more fun
whether they want to admit it or not.
We'll see how long you can keep that lead.
With me, it just depends on the type of Rainbow Road. 'Cause there's some Rainbow Roads that I'm like, oh, this is not too bad, and then there's others
Yeah.
that it's like, this is way too much.
Have you seen the fan-made versions of Rainbow Road, or no?
I've seen a few.
Yeah. All I can say is that some of those look absolutely insane, but considering Nintendo, odds are there's a lot of things that will not see the light of day simply because Nintendo's kind of has that one mindset.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I guess I'm still Speed King.
This is kind of a cool area.
It really is. It's kind of pretty.
Oh, those are the jumps are okay.
Yeah, there's. There you go.
Yep.
Wrong one.
Hey.
It's a skill I take pride in, but that was a lot of fun.
This kind of looks like it came straight out of a drug trip. Oh, crap. I completely forgot that the platforms like to vanish. Oh well.
Nice.
Oh!
What the heck?
I have no explanation to how I did that. For anyone viewing, I am on the left side of the screen. Okay, this I do remember. I only remember that one thing.
Weirdest and most awesome ever.
I think for... No. Oh. Oh, what?
Oh, what in the...
Whoa! It's rolling! Move it! Move it!
Dance, Cody!
Stop teasing me!
You said you wanted to party!
Yeah, but not with my life at stake!
I'm not sure this counts as a party. Oh, crap. Okay, those actually hurt you.
I guess it depends on who you ask.
Oh crap, it's moving faster.
It's getting faster!
Party harder,
You
baby!
think?
Move those legs! Oh, it's gonna jump!
Oh, please, no, 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 no!
Dang it.
Okay, double jumps have been kind of saving me, but not by much.
Finally, oh lord, that was horrible.
Check this place out.
Wow, this is cool.
Only 11 minutes in and we have 2 uses of foul language.
You know, this has been hands down the weirdest experience of my life.
Hmm.
I'm glad I didn't have to do it alone.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
All I can say is the last time I
dangerous,
used
nerve-wracking.
had any foul language in a video
Fun
a
indeed.
while back. Well, with one exception where I edited out all the foul language that I used. Oh look,
You hear that
Footprints.
crowd, mate?
Yeah, this is exciting.
What
I'm not sure this is the type of people you take to an orchestra.
Huh. Oh.
Hey, we didn't do anything.
Why are they booing at us?
Okay, baby, groove it! Woohoo! Come on, glow sticks! Dance with me! What are you doing? Where are you going? Come on, glow sticks! Hey, Cody! May! Play some music! Make them dance!
Maybe they will if you leave the dance floor.
Yeah, dude, seriously, I think you're scaring them.
No way, baby! I'm killing it! Can't you see my hip gyrations? Woo!
Oh, please stop.
Oh, please, no.
Yeah. please stop.
Oh my god, my moves are so good! Look at this, right, left, but to
You're
make the
giving
audience
nothing.
dance, you need to play the music! Get the audience on the floor! Let's DJ, baby!
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, joy.
All right, let's figure out this DJ thing.
I'm sure we can make them dance again.
That's R.
Oh,
I got it. Yeah.
so certain things we can interact with.
We're actually doing well, May. The crowd is
Oh,
coming back.
okay.
Yes! Let's keep this up! Nice!
I remember this being in the job description for DJ.
Apparently it is.
Oh, yeah. Almost!
Here we go. All right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow, the crowd is really loving it. Maybe this should be our new thing, Cody.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Cody and MC May. Yo. What? Feel it?
I like how they have idle dancing for this area.
The audience is all warmed
Wait.
up
That
and
makes
ready
sense.
for your concert. Come on, let's go.
Okay, something that would have been funny is if
Oh,
you got
what
stuck
the
in
heck?
that.
I think we're inside
Yeah.
the audio cable.
Yeah, that would have been funny, but I understand why they didn't do that
What
joke.
are we writing on?
It's a hoverboard. No way. I always wanted one
Ooh.
of these things.
This is actually kind of fun. Oh,
The music is fire.
mm. Yeah, I hope this isn't supposed to be like some kind of race here. Whoa. Wait, did I just pass you?
No. Okay, I think you're next to me.
Oh, we have some control.
This is amazing.
It is. Really cool.
This is kind of like a drug trip. You're like on the most extreme drug imaginable.
Look at them. Yeah, look at that
The
audience.
two
They're
couple right
excited.
there.
Yeah, so am I.
Are you ready for your performance, May?
Are we still missing something?
No, we got everything we need. It's showtime, baby. Woo!
I like how the music stopped, but the glow sticks are still dancing.
They just like dancing, you know?
Hear that, May? You hear the anticipation?
I haven't performed in front of an audience for ages.
May, it'll be fine. Just think of them all in their underwear.
Yes, that would make you relax.
Yeah, that one doesn't
Let's go
work.
prep the stage.
Okay, look. Hey, May. Break a leg.
Ironically, it's been proven that doesn't
Can't do
work,
this. I can't
but
do
people
it.
still say it anyways because they think it
May,
works.
It doesn't have to be perfect, you know.
Yes, it does. If it's not perfect, I'll let them down.
No, just sing from your heart. You weren't born to be perfect. You were born to be you.
Okay, I'm in control right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird having it down to one perspective.
That's true.
Sing from the heart.
It's me. Oh, this is very weird.
Whoa. This is gonna be special.
I also, like, just as a general opinion of this, it's weird that the glow sticks went from a rave to somewhere with an orchestra.
Oh well, you never know. Maybe the orchestra can, I don't know, make them think it's a rave.
Maybe.
That's a cool shot.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had a movie director for a number of these scenes.
Sometimes you don't need a movie director, you just need like a director of photography.
Yeah.
They're the ones that kind of like plan out most of the shots.
Alright. Interesting world books.
Hi, guys.
Come on, May. You can do this. I believe in you. Come on.
Mom, I found your favorite song. You can listen to it when you feel better. I love you, Mom.
You can do this, May. I know you can.
And now she's flying. And now he's flying too.
That was beautiful, May.
Thank you.
Oh.
I was so scared the book was gonna ruin it. I was terrified. I'm like, please don't ruin this moment.
It's actually good the book didn't ruin this moment.
God. Oh, if he did, I would be so mad.
I'm not sure of how many people would be mad, but it'd probably be everyone. Even though the book was right, the book is still very annoying.
Yeah.
Míralos. Oh, look at them. So beautiful. Oh, love heals all. Adios.
Bro has to make sure.
Yeah. Well, to be real, it would be kind of terrifying to find yourself not in your original body and then spend a certain amount of time in a different body and then go back to your original body. You just feel weird.
Rose. Cody,
May.
it worked.
Yeah, we're back.
Where's Rose?
I don't know.
Rose?
Hey,
A note.
What?
a letter.
Dear Mum and Dad, I'm sorry that I did this to you. I know how to make everything good again. All you have to do is stop fighting. I know I'm not a perfect daughter.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry I don't like to brush my teeth. I'm sorry I read books after bedtime. I'm sorry I don't put my toys where
I'm
they
gonna
should
cry.
be. I know it's my fault you want a divorce.
She's blaming herself.
She thinks it's her
Oh,
fault.
that hurts.
Yeah,
I'll
this
leave you alone so
does
we can
hurt.
become friends again.
Yeah.
You should be friends. I love you, Mum.
I.
I love you, Dad.
God.
P.S.
And in this day and
I have
age,
no problem wanting to buy a bus ticket.
divorce is starting to have downsides because it's happening so
Oh, no.
frequently.
Rose.
And people are simply not learning how to do things together. And then as a result, people get married, and then they end up being divorced, and then if they have children,
Sweetie.
the children end up in these weird
I'm so
positions
sorry.
because
Don't worry
the
about me.
parents are not in the
You
right
can go home.
mindset.
No. Rose, honey, it's not your fault that
I know that
we've been
I
fighting.
personally can understand that feeling of feeling guilty.
It isn't.
No, Rose. It was never your fault.
Mm.
Okay. So, does that mean you can become friends again?
Honey, listen, whatever happens, your mom and me, we will always be there for you.
And will always love you.
Always.
Okay.
Come here.
The book.
The way he looks at
Where did you find this?
I found it at school. In a trash can.
Well, I'm glad you
That's
did.
tragic.
Sometimes you find real treasures in the trash.
I can imagine whoever had it prior
Let's go home.
had a worse experience. That's for certain.
Okay, so Rose,
If your mom had to fight an aggressive squirrel double her size, who do you think would win?
Mom, of course.
Oh, that's right, squirrel combat.
That's why I like to hang out.
Cody, I used to think you were completely irrational. But I have to say, you make more sense now.
That game was amazing. Holy crap.
This was a amazing game, just realistically speaking. Like,
Like,
even though we
I
live
also
in a day and
love
age... Oh, you can continue.
Sorry. I just, as someone who likes to see himself as a storyteller, I love how they also did something where it's like, we didn't have to know the backstory of why the parents were fighting, just to know that, like, there was definitely outside issues that were contributing to the fighting. Because it's such throwaway lines that you don't think about, and then you realize, wait a minute, what she said makes sense. Like when she said, "Oh yeah, if I'm not perfect, I'll let everyone down," and it's like you can tell there was definitely came into fruition because she feels she needs to be perfect. Meanwhile, you see the way that it's like the husband didn't fully get it. He was confused. He didn't know what was going on. And he was encouraging her not to be perfect. And that came into a bunch of fighting.
But then the fighting wasn't just one-sided, but it was simply both of them not doing things with each other, which also contributed to it.
It was, yeah. Yeah, it's like, obviously there was like, obviously the issues of being an adult that always contributes, and then there's just the outside issues that are not addressed, and then it just led to a sort of resentment building. And I love how the game showed that a lot of times all you need is to just kind of just talk and just sit down, be with that person, and remind yourselves why you fell in love. Because you can see the thing that because at least how I interpreted, the thing that truly made him fall in love with her was her voice.
Yeah.
You can see that, like, her singing, her passion for it was the thing that truly drove him to her.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, his goofy antics is what drove her to him. And it's like, thanks to the book, even though I don't want to give him credit, they were able to find that. And
like, looking at the
also...
dynamics, like, I apologize for interrupting. But when you look at how each level is split for each of the characters, each one was given a different strength and different weakness that the other could complement. Which I can say that's symbolic of how you don't have to be perfect or to be exactly alike to be able to work together. Like, you can be polar opposites and still work perfectly together. And that's something that not a lot of things in media are addressing, just generally speaking. So a lot of people are like, oh, you have to think just like me in order to be with or near me. But then the reality is you can have people who are polar opposites in one way or another, or almost completely polar opposites of each other. But then they work better together than with anyone else.
Also, yeah, that's very true, yeah. And I also enjoyed how they added the thing of how children can be affected by it. Because it's like, as someone who has gone through divorce, I know what it's like to feel guilty, to feel like I'm the cause. Especially when it's like, in the eyes of a child, it's like after I was born, everything went downhill. Because in a child's head, it's like this, they were fine, but then I was born and then I grew up, and it's like, oh, is it my fault? And when the parents aren't addressing it and are too focused on their argument themselves, their resentment, they don't realize that in turn, this child is blaming themselves, thinking that they are the cause of the divorce. And I like how they were able to even say that, to show the damages that it can have. Because it's like in a relationship, it's not just, especially when there's a third person involved, it's not just you who gets affected, it's everybody. Everybody gets affected by whatever you do, essentially.
And the extent in which people are affected is more significant than what you'd normally realize, because normally you have only one perspective. But in this game, for the story, they're not in their original bodies. They're put into different bodies in a world that's a little different than the real world, and they have a completely different perspective of their world and their life that they lived. Like, there were a few levels where they went to places where they went to in the past.
Yeah, I saw that, and it's like, yeah, they did have a new perspective, and it's definitely like the new perspective being Rose's perspective, something that they weren't thinking about. And it's like they're basically, the book forced them into Rose's perspective, and you just sit there like, oh. They kind of realized truly what the issue was, and as they go through, they realize what the issue, even more of the issue. And it wasn't that, oh, someone was in the wrong. It literally wasn't that. It was just that the stress got to them. Which I also
and
like
it
that they
wasn't just
addressed
the
it. It's
same
like
type
a
of
lot
stress, but it was different stress on each of them.
Yeah. And it's like, and again, it's like, I love how they portrayed it, that it's like a lot of times it's not like there's one bad guy. It's just sometimes life just messes with you, and it can affect you in many different ways. And I like how they were like, none of the parents are the bad person. They're both equally struggling.
And because they're struggling, they don't want to admit to their partner that they're struggling, because they don't want to put that burden
They
on
don't,
their partner.
yeah,
And
they don't
then
want to
that
be a
ends up
burden.
making struggling even worse.
And you can tell that it's like Cody definitely thought that, you can see that they even thought the issues were separate, you know? Like they thought it was separate issues, only for them to realize, no, the issue is just stress. It's just the stress got to us.
Yeah.
That, and obviously the outside issues of, obviously, May believing she has to be perfect, and Cody believing that life is just about having fun.
Yeah. Like,
But it's
like
a beautiful
individually,
story.
they did not have the same issues. So they had completely different stresses from having different responsibilities. But then because
Yeah.
the other didn't have the same responsibilities.
They thought the other didn't understand. It's like, oh, you
Exactly.
don't know what I'm going through. And it's like, well, no, because they're going through something else too. It's like Cody had to be the house husband and deal with the bill. So he had the stress of having to deal with the house, having to raise Rose, and having to make sure they don't be homeless. Meanwhile, in his eyes, oh, May just goes to work and never hangs out with us. She doesn't care about us. Meanwhile, May is like, this dude is always lazing around. He doesn't have a job. He's the house husband, and he's always goofy. He doesn't understand like what I'm going through, and it's like I'm the one who's bringing the money, and it's like both of those things just clashed.
Yeah.
And pride, and essentially pride took over. Just pride took over. But it's such a beautiful story, and the way they showed that, it's like, it's just beautiful, man. This game was, I almost cried
Yeah.
multiple times. Like I could feel the tears.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a video when I first saw it, being like, oh, this game, you should play it if you and your couple are having issues. And I'm like, I can see why people say that.
And I'll be honest, around the time I started this playthrough, back whenever I started it, I do not remember when I started it. All I can say is a game that I also started playing with a few relatives of mine. And all I can say is it was definitely an icebreaker.
Yeah. To anybody who's watching the video, I recommend it. Like,
Yeah.
get the game, play with someone. Doesn't matter who. Like, just play it. I think
Yeah.
you'll
And it
enjoy
doesn't
it.
matter what character you play as, it's fun regardless.
Hell yeah, play whoever you want. Use both
Yeah.
perspectives. Choose who you think is more fun.
Yeah. And for score, what would you rate this game out of 10?
I'm a sucker for emotional stories, so I might be a bit biased, but low key a 9.5 out of 10. There were definitely some stuff that I was like, this is getting annoying, but it's like, um, I don't fault the game for it, you know.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, there's definitely some stuff that I like annoyed me. It's like this game is still
Yeah.
amazing.
And if I had to rate this game, I'd either rate it an 8.5 out of 10, or I'd rate it a 9 out of 10,
Mm,
just because this game does play really well. Even though in my playthrough there are areas where it didn't seem to play well, and the explanation
yeah,
for that is simply because when was playing this together, we had to play it online, and because that's goes through the internet, it was going to be a
yeah.
little laggy.
Yeah, definitely it's best to play
Yeah,
locally than online.
yeah, but, yeah. Oh, anything that was in this game that you don't normally see in games, or no?
Um, honestly, hmm. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know I exactly, but it's like I think it's more of like something I don't see in I guess enough is that when it comes to like games about parents and children and parents going through a divorce is I guess showing the true perspective as to where the issues come from, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe I just don't play enough of those games, but it's like I know that I've played games where it's like family matters are brought in, and usually there is one bad guy. Like there's always this
yeah,
bad guy, which is like is I understand why, but it's like this is something that is like I never thought I would see in a game where it's like they're not faulting the parents at all. They're literally not even
yeah,
blaming them. They're like just giving context to their situation as
yeah,
they go through it, and I'm like, this is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to see a game that is like showing the parents' perspective and showing that it's like, oh, it's it's not their fault, you know, and showing that it's like, and I also showing a bit of the a bit more deeper into the child's perspective because something again could be I don't
mm,
play enough. It's like there are games that it's like they go into the child's perspective, but not fully, not in depth, not like showing, I guess, the true harm. Like we see the
yeah,
harm, but we don't see it through the child's perspective in a way.
yeah,
Not the true perspective, at least. It's like we don't see what they're like truly thinking, how they're viewing the situation. We also don't
mm,
see something that is like I wish we saw more. A lot of children even with issues, don't blame their parents. They have that sense of, I still love my parents.
yeah,
And that's something I don't see. And I really enjoyed that they showed how, even though this was going on, even though Rose was getting quote unquote
mm,
ignored, she still adored them. She
mm,
still held no hatred, no resentment, nothing. She just was like, it's like you can tell that she definitely was trying to understand,
yeah,
which is something I have noticed in like kids, and I know that it applies to at least from what I've seen to other people, where it's like, oh yeah, my parents divorced, but it's like I don't blame them. I still love them, you know.
Yeah,
And I like that they showed that.
yeah,
I also like how it didn't feel like we were just seeing the story of the parents. We were seeing the story of
yeah.
the family.
Yeah,
It's
like we
like,
weren't just
again,
seeing one or two perspectives, but we got to see all three perspectives.
we saw every single person's, literally. And even
Yeah,
though there's times where it's like maybe it felt like we didn't see enough, it's like we didn't
yeah,
see it in depth, but we saw enough
yeah,
to understand, oh, this is the issue. Or oh, this is the effect. This is the damage it's causing. This is what it's doing.
yeah,
I think the only game I ever saw like take the perspective of a child to show the true damage of, I guess, divorce or parents not being able to work issues out, or even the effects that just arguments in general can have in children, was Among the Sleep. But it's like that went through a perspective of obviously a baby, and it's like we
right.
didn't see much. We only saw the perspective of like the baby with the mother. We never got to see the father. So I like that we were able to see both parents in this.
Yeah, yeah. And and for my own critique for It Takes Two, the first thing I have to say that's there is, well, with the number of games that have come out, I like how It Takes Two took a more subtle approach of storytelling instead of going, oh, this is what happened, and then this is what happened. But instead, it of just telling the story straight to us. Instead, we're shown it and we have opportunities to learn more as we play the game. So it's like if we explore a little, we can learn even more about the dynamic, such as with the mini games and anything else we find.
Yeah, it's very clear that this game definitely followed the rule of show don't tell, and I always
Mm,
appreciate that because it's like there are
mm,
stories that recently have popped up where it's very much like they're just kind of telling us the story, and it's like, great, show it
mm,
to me. You know, you're kind of just there like, okay, can I see it?
mm. And
And I
that's
like
one
how
of the
this game,
things they have to say is kind of started to ruin a lot of games now, is simply the fact that they're going to just tell us the story instead of actually showing us the story or allowing us to have an opportunity to find story as we play and do things.
yeah, like I really enjoyed that. Even the times where the game told us and didn't really show us, it's more of they showed us like I guess the aftermath of what they said, and that
Mm,
definitely helped in those areas. Like even with throwaway lines, it's like when she, like I said, when she said, oh, I'm gonna let everyone down if I'm not perfect. You can see
yeah,
the way that truly affects her, and it's like it's not just like, oh, she's nervous. It's like, no, she genuinely you can see she's carrying such a weight on her. The way she walks, even the way she walks, you can see how she's closed off, almost like
yeah,
shrunk, walking slowly, trying to like delay it. And I'm like, they're showing us
yeah,
the actual what they mean. They're showing us
yeah,
how it affects her.
yeah. And they didn't just show how she was affected, they also showed how the husband was affected as well. And
Yeah,
now he had a lot of pride, but then as of late, which we don't really know the full time frame for the events prior to what happens in the game, we just know that at some point his pride took a hit, and he was not the same because he did not have much pride. And you can
yeah.
kind of tell that he didn't have much pride.
You can
Meanwhile,
tell.
she was proud of what she could do. Well, the wife was proud of what she could do,
You could
but
tell
they
that
did
it's
not
more of
know
like
how that was affecting their child.
you can tell it's more of like he was trying to
Yeah,
fake his pride. You can tell he was definitely
yeah,
trying to fake it, like act nothing's
yeah.
wrong. Meanwhile, we see in the game, no, he's been hurt,
And
and he
he's been
just doesn't
hurt
want to
as
say
well,
it. Like it's like, yeah,
but he's
he's been
too
hurt.
prideful to say it. And it's like
Yeah,
There's a
and it's
shame
not like
behind that.
it's not like his usual pride that they experienced at first. It was quite
Yeah,
literally him trying to fake it in a way, acting like if
yeah.
nothing was wrong, only for it to just bubble up and essentially just blow up.
Yeah, and we see that throughout the cutscenes. Like, even though there weren't many cutscenes that did show it, we did kind of see that where he has this. I would like to say facade, but I'm not entirely sure that's the right word. Where he's putting on this act that try and make himself look like he's doing better than what he actually is. But over the progression of the game, that facade sort of just shatters, and we get to see him feel real pride for the first time in a while.
Yeah, like at the start of the game, you can definitely tell this is, especially after the ending, you can tell at the start of the game this man was very clearly faking.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, as the game continues, especially like when it comes to himself, you can see that his pride when it came to himself was very fake. Especially, and it was revealed that it was fake when the book revealed that the reason he stopped gardening was because she wasn't being supportive. That's when you see
yeah,
that pride fully shatter. You see that he is genuinely hurt. But then when
yeah,
it comes to his wife and his child, you see that actual
yeah.
pride. The
Yeah,
way
he
that when
still had
immediately
pride in his family,
yeah,
because
when
he
you
didn't
see
want
the
to show
book mention,
his wife or his daughter that he's hurting, and he thinks that he has to bottle that up in
yeah,
order to be strong for the family, but then the reality is that's not how that works, and when it comes to things such as emotions, yes, you can try bottling it up, but sooner or later you'll have to unscrew the cap, and
yeah,
when that
like the
happens, it's not going to look good, such as how a lot of arguments tend to happen, as people bottle up emotions that don't get properly processed or addressed, and then once you hit the limits, that's it. There's no
yeah,
more room to store more stress, and that tends to lead to a lot of arguments, especially in households.
yeah. It's like it's sad, and I like how they were able to show that. Like you felt sad for them. You genuinely felt sadness. It's like I feel like the game kind of made you become Rose in the sense of you didn't want them to break up anymore. You were
Yeah,
in Rose's shoes being like, please don't divorce. Please don't do it. Please, just please don't do it.
yeah,
And it's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
yeah. I also like how, like, I know this is going to be like a very small thing that's from only one of the levels, but I do like how it depicted spiders, without spiders being an enemy of any kind, which is, I'd have to say, is very rare in a lot of games, because in a lot of video games, especially now, spiders are usually an enemy that you have to fight, so it was a small, subtle pace of change of pace with having a spider that isn't an enemy that you have to fight.
Yeah.
Which, as it's this really small detail, and it's one that I appreciate because it goes away from the stereotype of, oh, it's a spider, therefore it's an enemy.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh wow. 54 minutes for this part.
Cheers. You might have to edit to cut some stuff
Uh,
down.
Actually, I won't have to do any additional editing, but I'll leave this in because it was our honest opinions on it.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe I'll have more collaboration content in the future. But
Hopefully.
anyways, for now I'm going to call this the end of this video, and have a good day everyone.